The 9mm was originally designed by George Luger and introduced in 1902 for use in the German Luger semi-automatic pistol. This is why the round was first dubbed the 9mm Luger. The 9mm Luger is a standard cartridge of the NATO forces and is also used in many non-NATO countries. During the 1980s, the U.S. military adopted the 9mm cartridge along with the Beretta M9 to replace the well-reputed 45 round. And here are my picks of the most reliable 9mm handguns you can carry for self-defense. This is quite an important topic, as you want to know that your carry gun goes bang when it is the worst moment of your life and you have to use it. Heckler & Koch VP9 and VP9SK. HK is a famous firearms manufacturer that is probably most commonly known for its MP5 series of firearms. They are known for their military and police use throughout the world and building bomb-proof, reliable firearms. Their handguns are no exception. HK was the first firearms manufacturer to come out with a polymer striker-fired handgun. The HK VP9 is not a small gun. It's similar in size to the Glock 17, and when it was originally introduced, it came with a 15-round magazine. The VP9 features two tabs on the rear of the slide that make racking the gun much easier, which is ideal for defensive and tactical use, since it's easier to rack the slide under stress than find the slide release. Overall, the VP9 is one of the easiest handguns to handle and is very suitable for new shooters and shooters with limiting conditions or injuries. In an attempt to create a subcompact version of the VP9 and to have an effective CCW handgun, H&K came out with the VP9SK. For those that are curious, the SK in the name stands for Subkompact, which is German for subcompact. Creating a lighter, thinner, and shorter version of the VP9 surely made this a subcompact firearm. If you prefer using the slide release, both the VP9 and VP9SK feature slide releases that are very easy to manipulate during tactical reloads or malfunction clearing. Additionally, shooters who have conditions or injuries that make it difficult to grip the slide for weapons manipulations may prefer the VP9 or VP9SK for this feature. For home defense and recreational shooting, the VP9 is the best size profile. For a dedicated concealed carry gun or a good jack-of-all-trades handgun, the VP9SK will serve you best. Overall, the VP9 and VP9SK are very well-designed guns with features that make them ideal in defensive and tactical situations. CZ75. The CZ75 is one of the great handguns built by CZ. From the name CZ75, you can rightly assume that the 75 stands for 1975. The CZ75 is one of the early Wonder 9s that mixed a semi-auto platform, a 9mm chambering, and a double-stack magazine. The lineage of the CZ75 can be easily traced back to the famed high power in the SIG P210. It's a favorite among security forces and professional competition shooters alike. The CZ75 is built for accuracy and smooth handling and has been used to win countless IPSC matches. Unlike the best defensive handguns, the CZ75 is a hammer-fired pistol that showcases an external hammer. CZ also includes a manual safety on the CZ75, which some competitors prefer for shooting stages that require movement. However, these two features do make the CZ75 less than ideal for civilian concealed carry. On the upside, the CZ75 is designed with the slide rails on the frame of the gun rather than the slide, which makes the bore axis very low for a hammer-fired pistol. The standard full-size CZ75 model comes with a 4.6-inch barrel, and CZ offers the CZ75 in configurations with longer barrels for even better accuracy. It's not necessarily the first pistol I'd pick up for home defense, concealed carry, or duty use. However, some of those old-school features make it an excellent competition series pistol. Glock. The Glock was the gun that started it all. It was the first successful Wonder 9, a polymer striker-fired 9mm pistol with a high-capacity magazine. Its success is no coincidence. It is not only accurate and reliable, but also lightweight, super ergonomic, and there is not much you can do wrong with it. No matter which one, all Glocks stand for accuracy and reliability. Also, they are very ergonomic, easy to handle, and there is a ton of aftermarket support. Best is there are many different variants. You can get them from full-size to subcompact and in many calibers including 9mm and 40 Smith & Wesson. This gives you a lot of choices. It's a good idea to get a hold of a Glock and see how it feels in your hand before you buy one. Here's how each Glock model stacks up in each shooting situation. For home defense and recreational shooting, the Glock 17 is your best bet. The Glock 19 is a great crossover gun that works well enough in all situations. Finally, the Glock 26 and Glock 43 are among the best handguns for concealed carry, with the Glock 43 being the most concealable. With this gun, you can be sure that it goes bang every time it is needed. Okay, to be clear, this is not the only reliable gun on the market, but it definitely is the first polymer one. Overall, in terms of price and performance, it's very hard to go wrong with a Glock. Browning High Power. Browning High Power is arguably one of the most widely used pistols for police and military service in all of history. The Browning High Power has been used in 50-plus countries for military and law enforcement use. The Browning High Power served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and even in the War on Terror. It is loved by everyone who got his hands on it, and there are some good reasons for it. Besides its high capacity, it is very ergonomic, very accurate, and absolutely reliable. When you first pick up the High Power, you'll notice it's actually quite small, especially if you compare it to modern handguns like Glock, SIG, or Smith & Wesson. The overall design of the gun is quite nice. The lines are elegant and clean. It's definitely something that sets it apart from modern guns. This gun's look and design is iconic, and there's no mistaking a High Power for any other pistol model. For most of its production life, the Browning High Power was made with a forged frame. And while forging sounded good at the surface, the Browning High Power is one gun that is more durable when produced with a cast frame. In 9mm, this cast frame drastically increases the life of the gun. The Browning High Power is a great gun for concealed carry, again if you're willing to maintain the gun thoroughly. In fact, it is still in service today. That alone shows how much this gun is loved and relied upon by its users. Sig Sauer P320 X5. What makes the P320 unique on the exterior is the fact that the grip is tungsten infused with polymer, so it has a very distinct and very unique feel. As soon as you grab it, you're going to know that this is a different gun than what you're used to in the P320 lineup. Previous SIG X5s were built on P226 or P220 frames, and while the new P320 X5 was designed, like the rest, from the ground up to be a dedicated competition pistol, it offers new features that will make their way into other P320 models. SIG didn't just take a factory P320 and put fancy sights on it and call it a competition model. People who knew exactly what a competition pistol needs completely revamped the platform. The core parts of the P320 X5, the sights, trigger, and grip, were all upgraded to support better competition performance. SIG added adjustable sights, a lighter flat trigger, and contoured the grip for better controllability. The trigger breaks at 90 degrees for a steadier precision shooting, and the grip features a longer beaver tail and more undercut on the trigger guard for better recoil management and faster follow-up shots. The P320 X5 is ideal for rapid fire and precision competition stages. The P320 X5 is one of the pricier competition guns covered here, but it's got more high-end features than all the other models right out of the box. SIG includes a lot of competition-specific upgrades that usually get added as aftermarket additions.